Good day, this is World News from NFTV News Center. I am Hadiola Adeguki. The President of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Dr. Israel Adelani Akonji, has charged Christians across the nation to move beyond mere words and live a life of service and spiritual empowerment. He made this known in Port Harcourt during his visit to Faith Baptist Church and New Heaven Baptist Church, emphasizing the need for the church to reflect Jesus' goodness in a world struggling with hardship. Elizabeth Oyewale files the report.
The President of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Dr. Israel Akonji, has called on Christians across the nation to move beyond religious rhetoric and embrace a lifestyle of tangible service and spiritual empowerment. Reverend Dr. Akonji made the call in Port Harcourt during a special visit to Faith Baptist Church and New Heaven Baptist Church, emphasizing that the contemporary church must mirror the itinerant goodness of Jesus Christ to remain relevant in a world grappling with hardship and despair. Speaking on the theme of the Nigeria Baptist Convention for the year 2026, entering into newness through the fruits and gifts of the Holy Spirit, the President encouraged members of the Baptist denomination to seek the fruits and gifts of the Spirit.
So this year, our emphasis is that this newness we want to achieve is through the fruit and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. There is a difference between the fruit and the gifts. The fruit is just one word, fruit, and it mentions about 9 different components of one fruit. The gifts are many. In various passages, we have up to about 30 different gifts. But when we say gifts of the Spirit, beside it, we say fruit. So we are entering newness through fruit and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. One has to do with who we are. The other has to do with what we do. So the fruit of the Spirit concerns character. The gift of the Spirit concerns charisma. That is our function, what we do. And all of them are from where? From the Holy Spirit. So many things in the fruit of the Spirit, everybody must have all. So this year we must examine ourselves. Where we do not have enough, we must have more.
Elizabeth Oyewale reporting for NFTV News Center. The President of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Dr. Israel Akonji, has called on Christians across the nation to move beyond.
Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has stated that he has no political godfather, attributing his rise to office and his governance solely to God, even as he assured residents that his administration has laid strong foundations for the state's future. Speaking at a Thanksgiving service marking Oyo State's 50th anniversary at the Cathedral of St. Peter's, Aremo in Ibadan, Makinde reflected on his journey to the governorship, which came after 8 years of contesting for the office. The Thanksgiving service formed part of a week-long program commemorating the state's 50th anniversary, which began with its official inauguration at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, on January 26. The House of Representatives has defended the delay in the passage of the Electoral Amendments Reform Bill. The Green Chamber said the process is aimed at harmonizing diverse views to produce a credible and acceptable legal framework. The House spokesman, Akintunde Rotimi, said the delay was necessary to ensure that the final document effectively addresses gaps identified during the 2023 general election and strengthen Nigeria's democratic process. Rotimi spoke at the weekend in Ikole local government area of Ekiti State while inaugurating road projects at Isaba and Nokiayedun, as well as the staff quarters at Odoro High School, Odoro. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, has disclosed that he was among the intended targets of the recently foiled coup plot against President Bola Tinubu. revealing that the conspirators planned to arrest or shoot him if he resisted. Musa made the disclosure while speaking with reporters, where he also described the suspects behind the plot as a bunch of unserious individuals, while admitting that he played a key role in helping security agencies nip the plot in the bud. The former chief of defense staff said he was personally marked for arrest by the plotters. Musa dismissed the capacity of the suspects to successfully challenge the Nigerian state, saying their actions showed a complete misunderstanding of Nigeria's democratic history and the strength of its armed forces. The Kano State government, through the Kano State Center for Disease Control, has conducted case management activities, community sensitization, and sample collection in Gamji village, Garko local government area of the state. The intervention followed media reports alleging that several residents had died from suspected case of diphtheria and cerebrospinal meningitis. This was disclosed in a statement issued on Sunday by the Director General of KNCDC, Professor Muhammad Abbas. It explained that during the exercise carried out on Saturday, the KNCDC team conducted a comprehensive epidemiological assessment of the community. Let's take a break and return with business news. Do stay with us. Welcome back. On business, the federal government has reaffirmed that engineering-driven solutions are critical to achieving Nigeria's food security, stressing that mechanization, irrigation systems, storage infrastructure, and agro-processing technologies are essential to boosting productivity and reducing post-harvest losses across the country. It also emphasized the role of engineering in driving industrial growth, noting that a strong mechanical and manufacturing base is fundamental to value addition, job creation, and the competitiveness of Nigeria's industrial sector in both regional and global markets. The position was restated by the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, at the inauguration of the 17th National Chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers and Executive Committee members in Abuja. Speaking at the event, the minister said Nigeria's quest for food sufficiency and national stability would remain unattainable without deliberate deployment of engineering expertise across agriculture, infrastructure, and security architecture. The Nigeria Governors Forum has agreed to prioritize sugar as a key product to accelerate industrial development across states in the country. The forum also accepted proposals to include sugar projects as priority beneficiaries in engagement with development partners, both within and outside Nigeria. These decisions followed requests by the National Sugar Development Council, which is mandated to develop the sugar sector to halt raw sugar imports, create jobs, and achieve self-sufficiency in sugar production, according to a statement by the NSDC, the NGF, and NSDC. We will now collaborate to support states in preparing investor-ready sugar projects, facilitating structured engagement between states and governments, investors, and industry operators, and improving coordination around land access, infrastructure provision, and incentive frameworks. On foreign business, French technology giant Capgemini has announced it will sell its U.S. subsidiary after its work locating people for Immigration Enforcement Agency, ICE, sparked outrage. Capgemini has come under pressure from French lawmakers over a contract its subsidiary signed with ICE amidst international scrutiny over the methods used by the agency's agents in Minnesota. Capgemini, one of the largest listed companies in France, said in a statement that it had not been able to exercise appropriate control over certain aspects of the subsidiary operation in order to ensure alignment with the group's objectives. You're still watching World News from NFTV News Center. Up next is foreign news after this break. On the foreign scene, United States House Speaker Mike Johnson has said he believes he has the Republican votes to end a partial government shutdown within days, and that the chamber will debate immigration and customs enforcement reforms for 2 weeks after that. The United States entered what is expected to be a brief shutdown on Saturday after Congress failed to approve a deal to keep a wide swath of operations funded. The Senate easily passed the spending package on Friday, while the House of Representatives is out of town. Republican and Democratic lawmakers have been working to ensure a debate over immigration enforcement does not disrupt other government operations. This is a contrast from last autumn when both parties dug into their positions in a dispute over health care, prompting a shutdown that lasted a record 43 days and cost the United States economy an estimated $11 billion. Former British government minister Peter Mandelson has resigned as a member of Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour Party after new reports of his ties with disgraced U.S. financier Jeffrey Epstein. Mandelson, who was fired by Starmer as Britain's ambassador to the United States last year after previous revelations about his connections to Epstein, said he did not wish to cause further embarrassment to Labour. Mandelson said he believed allegations about financial payments to him by Epstein, which appeared in British media, based on files released by the U.S. Justice Department, were false and he would investigate them. Mandelson was key to the Labour Party's electoral success when Tony Blair was Prime Minister starting in the 1990s. Palestinians have started to enter the Rafah border, crossing between the Gaza Strip and Egypt after it reopened for the movement of people. The crossing has largely been closed since May 2024 when the Palestinian side was captured by Israeli forces. The long-delayed reopening is a key part of the first stage of U.S. President Donald Trump's ceasefire plan between Israel and Hamas, which began in October. Only dozens of people will be able to cross in both directions each day. Humanitarian aid and commercial goods will still not be allowed through. Around 20,000 sick and wounded Palestinians are waiting to leave Gaza for treatment. Up next, the sport news after this break. Welcome back. South Africa's Minister of Sports, Gayton McKenzie, has dismissed reports suggesting that the country has been confirmed as the new host of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. According to a statement issued on Monday, the minister stated that no formal decision has been taken to replace Morocco. McKenzie reaffirmed that Morocco remains the official host of the tournament, which is scheduled to kick off on March 17. The minister was responding to comments credited to the Deputy Minister of Sport, Peace Mabel, who had claimed that South Africa had taken over hosting rights after Morocco allegedly withdrew from the competition with just 5 weeks to the start date. Pakistan will take part in this month's Men T20 World Cup, but will not play their scheduled match against tournament co-hosts over traveling to India. Political tensions also mean Pakistan and India have not faced each other outside men's major tournament since 2013, while India have not played in Pakistan since 2008. The sides are scheduled to play in Colombo, Sri Lanka, in accordance with an agreement signed last year stating that the two countries will play at neutral venues whenever one of them hosts an ICC event. Nigeria's under-20 women national team, the Falconets, continued their build-up to the first leg encounter against Senegal with a 2-1 victory over Nigeria women Premier League top team, FC Robo, in a friendly match played in Ibadan. As earlier reported, the Falconets arrived in Ibadan on Monday, 27 January, to intensify preparations for the crucial fixtures scheduled for Saturday, 7 February, at the Lake Salami Stadium, Ibadan. The friendly match against FC Robo formed part of the Technical Crews Assessment Program aimed at testing the team's performance, tactical execution, and match fitness ahead of the upcoming tie. Reacting after the encounter, head coach Moses Adoko expressed satisfaction with the outcome while noting areas for improvement. That ends the world news from NFTV News Center. Many thanks for watching. I am Adiola Adegoke. Good afternoon.